Hi, I'm Andrea with Go Diaper-Free, and this is a video of me recording my podcast episode number 38, which you can find at godiaperfree.com/38. It is called Sound Association. Welcome to the Go Diaper-Free podcast, where we're all about helping you potty your baby as early as birth. I am your host, Andrea Olson, author and mom of 5 E-Seed babies, and this is episode 38, Sound Association. Okay, so today we're going to talk about how to build sound association with your baby when starting EC. Elimination communication, as you probably know if you listen to this podcast, can be started anytime between 0 and 18 months of age. So if you're starting with a newborn baby, let's call it a pre-mobile baby, not crawling yet, not rolling yet, 0 to 4 months, around there, you're going to want to build sound association from the very beginning. How do you do this? And what is the point? Why would you even bother doing that, Andrea? Well, let me explain. So babies all over the world who have been EC'd from birth or something like it for all of human history have been, there have been very consistent reports. If you look at Lori Bouquet's book, Infant Potty Training, she's got a lot of cross-cultural reports of this, where moms and caregivers and dads would make the sound of rushing water, pss or shushing, to encourage their baby to go to the bathroom, to go pee, and also a grunting noise, something like that, to encourage them that it's okay to poop right now. So it's not that they're making their child go to the bathroom when they make these noises, but when they hold them in position, in the position that they potty their babies in, and they also make the noise, it is a cue to the baby that says, oh, it's okay to release here. All the clothing is off. I'm in the right location. This is going to be a hygienic experience. Let's do this. So that's why we want to build a sound association at this early age of when you hear this noise, it's okay to release your sphincters, because contrary to the medical professionals' books and training books that they learn from in nursing school and doctor school and whatnot, babies are born with sphincter control. They don't just all of a sudden get it at 18 months. That is BS developed by some very exquisite marketers in the diaper companies who wanted to sell more product. Okay, off the conspiracy theory soapbox for just a second. Sorry about that. I can't help myself. So anyway, sound association is really helpful to let the baby know through your cue, hey, it's a prompt. It's like an early form of, do you need to go pee? Or hey, it's okay. Or hey, let's go to the bathroom right now. Without words, you're going to use the sound of running water, or grunting. Okay, so building sound associations. That's why we build it, the reason to do it and all that. Now, how do we do it? So in my book, Go Diaper-Free, which I highly recommend you get if you don't have it already, it will demystify all of this if you're trying to hodgepodge it together through my YouTube videos and podcast and blog. Just get the book and get everything from the very beginning, no matter where you are. Okay. So, and you can get that. I'll list all the links for anything I mentioned in this episode in the show notes, which will be found at godiaperfree.com/38. So in my book, I describe how to do sound association during naked observation time. And we're still talking about newborn babies. We'll talk about mobile babies and young toddlers in a second and how this changes. But basically, you are going to do some newborn observation while they're naked, or with something like tiny trainers, which I also sell on my other site, so you can see immediately when they're wet. And when you see that they're peeing or pooping, you will make this sound while they're doing it. So this is really similar to a while back we had a puppy, and teaching them how to go to the bathroom or in the right place, because they already know how to go to the bathroom, and they already know they don't want to go in their little crate. You basically will say go potty while they're going to the bathroom outside, and that reinforces this is what you're doing while I say this. And then eventually you could take them outside and say go potty, and then they'll go because they know it's okay to go and that you would like for them to go. So same thing with teaching a dog how to sit. And I'm not comparing your baby to a dog, but what I'm saying is this is a very similar thing. It's a teaching process. It's a good example. Teaching your dog to sit, you don't say sit and then have them sit. You actually have them sit by holding up a treat a little bit high, and then they sit back, and as they're sitting you say sit. So this is kind of the nature of sound association with EC. We want to do it while they're going. So during naked observation time, which you can learn from in my book or from my website, And I'll include a link to the observation log that you can use as well, which really helps you get a handle on how often is my baby going. While we're doing naked observation, we're also building sound association, okay? So when you see your baby pee, you say psst along with them. When you see your baby pooping, you go along with them. Now, if you have a poop miss, you're just starting EC and they're going poop in their diaper, while they're doing it, you can grunt along with them to build sound association without actually putting them on the potty. So you can say as they're going poop. Then the next time you see a signal or a sign like a bearing down, like, oh, I've got to go, or they're starting to push something out, you can say wait. You can take off their diaper, hold them over the proper receptacle, and you can go and they will remember that from the sound association you built while they were pooping in their diaper. So you don't have to do this completely diaper-free. Just wherever you're at, that's what you could start with. So we want to do it naked observation or moderately clothed. You can also do sumo-style diapering where you have a diaper belt around their waist and a very thin burp cloth I like to use, or a flour sack in between their legs so that you can see right away when they're wet. This is for pee. Obviously with poop, that would be a disaster to clean up. Naked observation if you can do it. And I always do observation over a pad, like a Cushies pad. I've had the same ones for the last 8 years, over 5 babies, and I'll link to those in the show notes as well. But it's basically POL on the back, so it's waterproof, and then the top layer is cotton. You can also use a wool piece of wool, felted wool on the bottom, with some kind of cloth like a blanket or a diaper cloth, a pre-fold diaper or a burp cloth or something like that in between the wool and the baby. You don't ever really want to put a baby directly on the wool. You want something to absorb the pee in between. So as you see them pee or poop, you make that noise. Now, I always get this question, Andrea, do I have to say the same noise that you make? No, you don't have to say the same noise that I make. You can make any noise that works for you. Some people will blow on the top of their baby's head. I mean, I've heard everything. You can do alternating. I like to do alternating because at an early age, they usually will alternate whether they're pooping or peeing, and it kind of all comes out at the same time. So use whatever sound you want to use at that age that you want to use it. Now, eventually your baby might start making the noise back. I know that my currently 4-month-old is doing that. She's going, ah, 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 as a signal to me that means she needs to go to the bathroom before she even goes. So she starts to say my sound association, my back to me by saying ah, 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 ah. It's amazing. Okay, so what do we do if our baby is not newborn or we feel really awkward making noises? No problem. Oh, by the way, the grunting noise also, they can feel the contraction in your belly as you're holding them in classic EC position. If you don't know what that looks like, get my Easy Start Guide. It has a few of the most popular positions on it. That's at GoDiaperFree.com/start. It'll show you that. It's a little free download. You hold them in classic position. And as you're going, they can actually feel your stomach contracting, and that encourages them to contract their stomach if they have poop. If you cue to them that it's okay to go, and they don't need to go, they're not going to go. No big deal. But it is a way of establishing two-way communication and something that is very nonverbal in those nonverbal months. Now, what about when we get into more verbal months, or when we feel awkward as parents making weird noises? We want to use the word pee, pee-pee, or the word poo-poo, or potty, or caca, or wee-wee, or whatever you use for pee and poop, or whatever you want your child to eventually signal back to you. So this is the important part here, you guys. You want to use a word, if you're going to use words, that you don't mind your child repeating in public really loudly sometimes to say that they need to go. So instead of using ps for pee, you'll say, while they're going pee, you'll say pee-pee. You can also use the sign language sign for it. You hold your hand in a fist and you stick your thumb in between your first and second fingers and you shake it side to side, which is the ASL sign for toilet. It's the sign for tea, shaken side to side. So, and that's also, there's a picture of that in my book, and the video version of this podcast will also have that on my YouTube channel. So you can make the sign and say pee-pee while they're going, and you can say poo-poo while they're going. You can use the same sign, or you can use the sign for poop. And this builds sound association in that while they're going, you are saying the same word or phrase. You can even say, go potty, or you're going potty, whatever you choose. And that goes the same for young toddlers. During observation, which is much different for a young toddler, obviously they might pee or poop everywhere, so we do it in a very controlled way, which is outlined in my book if you're starting between 12 and 18 months. We also really want to use words, not noises, at this age for sound association. But a middle of the night pee, it's often nice to go psst in their ear, and they'll hear the sound of running water and they will release. So that's as much as I can tell you today about sound association. If you want to learn more, definitely get my book and stay tuned, because I'm going to have a lot more how-tos on various topics in upcoming episodes. So anyway, I hope you found that very educational and inspiring, and you can try that out today. All the things I mentioned are linked to in the show notes at godiaperfree.com/38. Thank you so much for listening. I'm Andrea Olson with Go Diaper Free, and this has been the Go Diaper Free podcast at godiaperfree.com. We'll see you next week.